Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our channel, Divine Truth Tarot. I'm Sarah. I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader. We are going to just do a little cleansing and clearing. This is my first reading of the day. And I wanted to introduce again these cute gnomes that are handmade by my mama. They're so cute, aren't they? I keep on telling her to start an Etsy channel or page, but she's like, that's too much work. And I said, no, I can help. This guy's the drunk one, though, because he always tilts to the side. This is like the DMs. Sorry, but just had to do a funny. Okay. The DMs in the past as well, by the way. Not just the DM. No, I mean the DFs in the past. Okay, guys. We're going to work with the Keepers of the Light deck, the Elemental Oracle, and let's get a note from the universe on love and connection for my Divine Feminines watching. And of course, as always, any Divine Masculines. I feel like the Divine Masculines, if they are watching the channel, have gone back into hiding for fear of persecution from the Divine Feminine. Because Divine Feminines are like, we've had it. We're at our wits' end. We've been waiting for a long time for any change or any motion. And a lot of the Divine Feminines, it's not that we've given up. It's that we've given up on the waiting. It's that we're just returning back to our lives. And these eclipses have swept away so much of the past 2 decades. Those of you who have had private readings from me over the past week or so, in particular, had some really powerful readings, especially the ones that I delivered on November 30th. That's why sometimes it pays to be really patient, because there's always a reason. There's always divine timing. So I actually had 5 private readings that I left until November 30th on the eclipse day. And they were super, super powerful because of the energies that were coming through. So guys, it does pay to be patient, but I am trying a different system this month. So I am trying to do weekly readings. I am booked out, of course, through this first week of December, and then I am partially booked up for next week. Okay, so I'm trying to do it not too far in advance so that you guys don't have to wait a month or 2 to get your readings. That's why I was trying to catch up with the November readings. Oh, okay. Ah, I love it. Ah, okay. So we have some notes from the universe on love and connection. The universe wants to remind you that they chose you. Now, you could look at this as they meaning your twin flame. You could also look at this as they meaning the universe, the divine, God, Heavenly Father, whatever it is, however you define God, however you define heaven on earth, whatever that means to you, they chose you. You might not readily believe this. It might even spook you a bit. But there are those who chose this very lifetime in large part knowing you'd be there. Now that's what we call a reputation. This is about soul family also. A lot of soul families coming into reunion and has over the past year, like 2 years, really 2019, 2020 in particular. And they're coming into reunion because we have work to do together. So if you're coming back into, soul awareness of your soul family, just be very appreciative of that energy, because you're here to do mission work together. And if your counterpart isn't necessarily ready in the physical, there might be, it's not like your soul family or it's not like they're a replacement for your counterpart, but they're going to help assist you on your mission. And it's basically like while your counterpart gets ready. And I know we had a lot, excuse me, guys, the sinus things are back. Super fun to have allergies. Super great. Nope, not being sarcastic at all. Love it so much. It's like we were hoping that the masculines would be coming forward in November, December, and some of them are. And a lot of this is that we're not seeing it because those who are starting to reunite, or come into union, aren't going to be hopping on these videos or channels as often. So we have to first understand that. And then secondly, understand that divine timing is always at play. And if the unions are getting quote unquote pushed back, so to speak, there's a reason for that. And we just need to honor that. Okay. And I feel like that's where the challenge is for a lot of us, because the ego's like, are you kidding me? You said November, December. And I've even been saying that to myself. I thought, man, so many readers were predicting it. And so many of us are still sitting in separation. And I think it just means there's more work to do. One thing I want to point out is that I've been having these dreams of exes for, 3 days, 2-3 days in a row, exes. And I was having them a while back, about a month back, right? When everything hit with it's Scorpio season and everything. But now I'm having them again. I had dreams about 2 exes the previous night, and then last night, 1 ex. And very, very intense dreams, guys. Lots of stuff coming up. And I just think this is so much karma being cleared. I mean, these are exes from 10 years ago. It was 15 years ago, some of them. So it just speaks to that concept that we're clearing out 2 decades worth of stuff. And a lot of this does relate to our romantic connections, okay? It's like we have to clear this gunk out of our veins. We have to have closure so that we can move forward with our counterparts. And I wouldn't doubt if the counterparts are having dreams as well. It's almost like I want to reach out to these individuals, but we're not in each other's lives anymore in that way. And a lot of these individuals have gone on to get married or, be in a serious relationship. So I won't be reaching out to them in the 3D, but we're working things out on the higher planes, which is actually really beautiful. Okay, so let me know in the comments below if you guys are experiencing some of those dreams as well. Now, the other card we have from the universe is, hi Charlie, earlier disappointments were just a rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. This is really speaking of this light worker twin flame journey. It says, never regret love. No matter how blind, it improved your vision. No matter how foolish, it made you wiser. And no matter how generous, it made you more. So this is really about the heartaches. Oh my gosh, I just realized this is speaking to the dreams. This is talking about, even though there were disappointments and things didn't work out, it was just rehearsal, for union. It's rehearsal for the actual big shebang. So let's look into, guys, you have to see Charlie. Charlie, baby. I love you. He's sitting so cutely. I don't know if you saw, I couldn't see where that was like pointed at, but anyway, he was really cute. Okay. Okay, I forgot that these 2 cards came out as well. So before we move on, all there is to love has been there all along. When you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you've grown. So this is about, even though there's a lot of division right now, divisiveness in the world, this is about seeing the love in everyone and everything. And that's a very powerful message. You glow, we beam, thanks. In case anyone should ask, your heart isn't so large because of your wings. It's your wings that are so large because of your heart. Sometimes loving so much can be pretty heavy. Thanks for all you've shared. Well, basically, the divine wants us to be happy. The divine wants us to glow. They want us to glow up, right? Wow, this sinus thing is really annoying. Any of you guys experiencing that again? Also, sleep. Let's talk about sleep while I'm shuffling these cards. I can't get enough sleep again, like ridiculously. Sleeping 10 hours and still waking up exhausted with bags under my eyes. And yep, they're still there. It's a really good look, solid look. And this, the allergies, the sinuses, the pressure, the headaches, all of those things, more upgrades. It's like we get these upgrades and then we get a break and then we go back to receiving more upgrades. It's pretty exhausting. We're back in it heavily. So who do we have? Oh my gosh, that makes sense. Who do we have connecting with the twins right now? We have Freya, phases and cycles, exactly what I was just saying. Thank you, universe, for validating that. So yes, we're going through phases and cycles. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. And I think this is also pertaining to this. It's like there was always love, even in the heartbreak, even in the disappointments. Love has been there all along. And everyone who you've had a relationship with, a contact with, they chose to incarnate with you. They chose because they knew that you would be here in this lifetime and that there was a possibility that you would love one another again. I think that's really, really beautiful and something for us to remember and cherish. So this is definitely about the illusions being released with this full moon we just had 2 days ago on Monday, the partial lunar eclipse, and also, of course, the new moon solar eclipse coming up on December 14th in Sagittarius, the opposite side of the lunar eclipse in Gemini. So there's definitely endings that are transpiring, but they're leading to new beginnings, but we can't see the new beginnings yet. And I think that's where the fear stems from. It's like we're not able to see the new beginnings, so it's scary, but we have to trust the cycles. We have to trust the universe, and we have to just really free fall right now, guys. It's a free fall. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I'm going to a yoga class and I have some private readings that I'm going to get to today, but I was really guided to do this. I'm like, okay, I don't really have time, but the universe said, no, there's messages. I mean, look at this. It's like, again, another validating card. I just said we have to trust the universe, trusting heaven. Archangel Michael, our protector. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. We have to trust. We have to trust that everything is happening exactly as it should be right now. Whatever you need to do, guys, to really just step away from trying to control, okay, is going to benefit you and your connection right now. For the masculines and their energy, we have the Miriam, sacred vision. They are absolutely in the energy of knowing and realizing, really deeply realizing who they are. Choose to forgive in order to heal. Their hearts are opening. They're really cracked open at this time. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So the masculines are back in their heart space, remembering the love and also understanding that this connection resides in unconditional love, that there is nothing else. Even when it seems like, even when the counterparts have hurt each other, have challenged each other, okay, it's all about being brought back to a place of unconditional love. And I feel like the masculines are starting to remember that unconditional love. The masculines have been in a foggy place, the past 6 months or so, really since the summer, when a lot of them really shut down. Those of us who are going to be coming into union really soon, the masculines shut down and we went into this full separation where they weren't opening up at all. You may have been ghosted. They may have been ignoring messages. And this was all happening to just really, really excavate those deep, deep wounds. Like the things that we turned our backs on in ourselves that we said, oh, no, I don't have that. I've healed that. That's gone. Well, this eclipse showed us every place where we hadn't fully healed, every hurt, every pain that we thought we're not feeling it on a conscious level, but unconsciously it's still there. Okay, so we want to understand that the masculines have gone to this place now where they're softening again, where their hearts are opening and they're receiving these downloads and they can't deny them anymore. So remember, I've said in previous readings from months back, there's going to be a time where they can't deny it anymore. Well, they can't deny it anymore. Joan of Arc, voice of truth for the feminines. Nope. Spirit says this is still for the masculines. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. The masculines may have been remembering timelines and past lifetimes where they were actually persecuted for speaking their truth. Maybe as a king, maybe as a leader, where they tried to go their own way and they were persecuted, maybe even killed for that. So they're, murdered. So they're remembering those lifetimes as well. And this is allowing them to understand their feminine more, because the feminine suffered many lifetimes with a scarlet letter on her back where she was burned at the stake as a witch, even though she wasn't a witch. She was intuitive. She was magical. She was, she had visions and she knew things. This isn't so very different from the world right now, guys, right? You know something and, you can be basically silenced. So this is the masculines saying, I have to speak my truth. It's also about speaking their truth to themselves. Really getting really honest with who they are. masks off, armor off, and then seeing that, oh my gosh, this person really is my twin flame. And if they ever called you crazy, guys, if they ever were like, you're crazy, that's crazy, it was just from a place of fear. And they're coming to a place now where they're realizing you were right about everything. Feminines, increased awareness. Master Buddha is with you. Trust your inner voice. So both feminine and masculine have the voice card. This is about speaking your truth. And this is about really hearing your truth, honoring your truth, and really trusting your truth. Okay, so interesting. Is there another card for the feminines, or is that it, Spirit? Saint Germain, karma releasing. Yep, exactly. More validation. Thank you. Wow, powerful reading. Okay, so karma releasing. This is the twin flame of Lady Portia. Move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. Okay, Saint Germain is important. Why? Because as we release and remove the karma, we pave way, okay? We make way for union to happen. We make way for inner union. We make way for clarity, increased awareness, our truth, and stepping into our mission in this lifetime. And we just become more powerful because all of a sudden we no longer have this energy of I have to impress someone, or I have to be what society has told me to be. I have to fit inside this box. All of a sudden it's, I don't have to fit inside anyone's box. All I have to do is exist. All I have to do is trust that I am being led by a force greater than myself. But releasing the karma, that's the dreams I'm talking about. That's the ex relationships that I'm talking about that are so important to be released right now. I'm going to actually put these back in. And Saint Germain, as you know, if some of you have done meditations or prayed to the violet flame of invocation, this is about releasing karma so that you can open your heart and open your world and your life and your arms to unconditional love, to divine love. Yeah, so what's happening inside these connections is a lot of time alone, spending a lot of time. This is beautiful. Feminines, you want to see this. This is like a single card. We want to see this for the masculines. Why? Because it tells us that changes are in fact being made. The more time they spend alone, the more they understand themselves in this connection, and the more they're separating from their former life. And it's like their former life, the people in their former life, they're not connecting with those people, those experiences in the way that they used to. They're like, I don't even understand what this is all about. We also have endurance, rock. So again, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and the masculines are realizing that, oh gosh, okay, this is I'm in this for the long haul. And I remember saying that to my masculine like months back in the summer when everything started to get really quiet and silent on his end. And he was like, I think you should just move on. And we've all pretty much heard that in one way or another. You should just move on. You know, I'm not good enough. There's something better awaits you, blah, blah, blah. And I remember saying this, like, I'm in this for the long haul. You know, I didn't sign up for this. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Why? Because I recognize him. We recognize, that's a lot of cards, Spirit. We recognize each other, okay? We recognize each other through the eyes. You guys know upon that first meeting with your twin how the eyes are so extremely powerful, and you recognize them immediately. We know that this has to happen in divine timing. It's a lot of cards, Spirit. Why so many cards? I'm just going to take a look at what fell here. I'm not going to take, that's like 8 cards. Okay. So we're going to end the reading here. Spirit, 1 card for the masculines, 1 card for the feminines, please. You feel like home to your masculine. He's starting to realize that this is my home. She is my home. He is my home. There is no other. Feminines. North, true north, expansion. Interesting. You could look at this a couple ways. True north is your counterpart, right? They are your home. They are your soul in another body. So true north, you know, expanding, soul expansion would lead you to your counterpart, right? All paths lead home. Feminines are over here expanding. And that's actually got the masculines a little concerned, because the masculines are finally starting to realize, oh my gosh, this person is my home. They tried to run, they tried to hide, you know, they tried to basically cancel out this connection. And now they're feeling it in their bones. They're feeling it very deeply in every part of their life, that this is the person, this is my home. Nobody else, nothing else has ever felt like home. And now the feminines are over here expanding, and the feminines are over here like, well, I'm just sort of doing my thing. And feminines are no longer waiting. The feminines are no longer codependent. And I feel like that's causing some fear in the masculines. So let's continue this, guys, a little bit later tonight. I'll come back on to do another reading. I've got to run. I love you guys, and I send you so, so much good. Take good care, and I'll see you soon.